AIDS is now a public health issue all over Canada, but in Nova Scotia in the last year, it's been more public than usual. Nova Scotians have been forced to deal with several AIDS cases that have troubled the community and the government. They shared many of their concerns with a task force that's been traveling around the province. Today, that task force presented its report. Kevin Evans reports.
Eric Smith's teaching career came to an abrupt end a year and a half ago. After word got out, he carries the AIDS virus. Parents in the small fishing village where he taught threatened a boycott of the school and violence if Smith was allowed to continue in the classroom.
They can't guarantee that our children won't get AIDS.
To defuse the situation, the province created a task force on AIDS and made Eric Smith a member. The task force held a series of province-wide public hearings. The report released today was a year in the making. This morning, Smith was upbeat about the process.
I think we've really accomplished what we set out to.
This afternoon, Nova Scotia's health minister told a news conference the government has accepted 40 of the report's 47 recommendations. Most of them call for more extensive education programs to combat AIDS. But the government's rejection of 3 controversial recommendations sparked an angry response from several AIDS support groups and prompted Eric Smith to leave the news conference in anger.
I don't remember ever being this disappointed. It's been a year wasted, basically.
The government rejected a task force recommendation to set up a system of anonymous AIDS testing as an alternative to the current process. Nova Scotia is one of 7 provinces that requires the names of people who test positive reported to health authorities. Many who work with AIDS victims say concerns over confidentiality keep many from being tested.
We have to make this test the easiest thing in the world to get.
The province also rejected a task force suggestion that human rights legislation be enacted to protect people who have AIDS or are suspected of having the disease. The health minister says that protection is already government policy.
And we think it's working well. There's no need to put it into legislation.
For the minister to say that that's already policy is, as far as I'm concerned, it's foolishness. I didn't get any help from the Department of Health when my case was in the news.
With the work of the AIDS task force now complete, Eric Smith has been offered a job as a special AIDS consultant to the Nova Scotia government. After today, Smith says he's not sure about his future. Kevin Evans, CBC News, Halifax.